Hey, I actually thought about this and I don't know. I didn't make content about it because I kind of felt like enough people were making reviews, but s- I want to talk for a second about Chloe's new project in pieces and what's happening with Swarm. So, here's the thing. There's something about sponsorship and nepotism, right? Where like sponsorship is this idea that there are people who are not in the room with you, who are in rooms that you're not in, and they're saying these great things about you. They're like, "Oh my god, you're so amazing. Oh my god, all this stuff when you're not in the room." So then people who don't know you, even they will have positive things to say about you. Now, usually these things are inflated, but the big idea here is like you want to have some people who are supportive of you. It's just kind of a good thing to have. Um, and then there's like the nepotism conversation, which is just like you're related to someone who already has something, and then they just kind of give it to you or show you how to get it in a really simple way so that like you don't have to work as hard as they had to work to get it. So in this particular case, it's like Chloe and Halle have Beyonce, who's, I mean, having Beyonce co-sign for you for anything is kind of incredible. It's like your golden pass into the future. But then there's this whole thing about like compare Chloe to Taylor Swift. Now Taylor Swift has been writing songs about her real experiences that we can literally sit here and talk to you about. Like we know the relationships that she's had. Joe Jonas, you've got Jake Gyllenhaal, you've got I don't know why this guy's name is escaping me. I'm gonna the guy who's on tour right now who literally wrote half of my heart with her. Um, I don't know why the what is his name? The dude who sings Gravity, like John Mayer. Oh my god, I don't know why that was escaping me. Anyway, you've got these really talented people who are all a part of her real story, and then she's like, first she's writing songs about her feelings about them and the real relationships that she's had with them. But like Chloe doesn't have any of that. Like, and then the reason it's weird for Chloe to have first of all the songs that she's had, and then on top of the songs that she's had to have like the swarm thing is because she doesn't all those experiences aren't real. Like she didn't have any relationships. Like I don't even know if she's had any sexual experiences at all, but every single song is about a sexual experience that she's had here, a sexual experience that she's had there, and they just don't seem genuine. So it's like she's writing from, or whoever her writers are, they're writing from someone else's point of view. It's the same thing for Normani and all the other pop stars. Like the reason we want pop stars, we need pop stars, is because like we want to see them do stuff. We want to see them have relationships. We need the Kendall Jenner version of like the black pop girls, but nobody's giving us that right now. They're giving us like cookie cutter boring, like simply singing a song about like being lustful or whatever when you haven't even had any sex is whack. Like that's not funny. At least like give us Sweetie, right? At least she had the relationship with Quavo, like we could talk about it. Carisha, she's got the relationship with Diddy, we can talk about it. Like Chloe, okay, even Halle, right? She's got the relationship with DDG. We can talk about this. Like they're interesting. Like we want like the relationship girlies. Don't get me wrong, being a single girlie is fine, but you can't be like this single girlie when like every song that you have is about all of the sex that you're having, how you're so sensual, you're taking on all these roles that are for like women who are living a life that you're not living, and it's weird. It's just weird. So I feel like the reason Chloe's album is not doing well is because like among her peers who know whoever, like she's gone to classes or events, right, with people, the dancers, the makeup artists, the other artists. Like she has peers. Like it looks like when she was performing somewhere, she was with like Little Nas X, maybe Olivia Rodrigo might be in this category of people. Like these people have like lives. They're out in the real world. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean. Why it's really important to think about the fact that like the black population is only 13%. So while we do need representation, we need authentic representation. So it's kind of weird to have like Sierra putting out songs that aren't really respective to like where she is. when she's actually somewhere. Like she could just be writing songs about the real thing that she's going through because she's actually going through stuff. She's married. She also seems to have a very like interesting perspective about what's happening with Future, which is not like good. Like Future has like all these fans. He's got all these people who seem to like love him while he's also kind of in a sense, I'm not going to say he's like stalking her, but like he is kind of causing drama in her current marriage and she could be like writing about that. But instead of doing that, she's writing about being single. Like, all of it is just kind of weird. Like, we need black artists who are actually writing about the shit that's like really happening with them so that we can start to have like opinions about it. And I feel like that's why Chloe's album isn't doing well because it's just unrelatable. And it's not, maybe it is real. I don't know. That's the other thing, too. Maybe with Instagram and everything, she's so private with her life that like all the things that she's talking about don't make any sense because we have no context to it. That could be it, too. I don't really know. But I feel like for me, and this is why like I don't relate to her as an artist, so I probably will give it a listen in the same way that like SZA. Well, I feel like I didn't even listen to really the new SZA album. It's just like I feel like I just don't relate. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going through. I don't feel like I'm going through what SZA's going through. I feel like I'm going through something else. Like I feel like I'm just kind of like consistently boy crazy, right? Like you guys saw how I felt about D, and all this shit was like super weird because then he actually went on The Bachelor and that really happened. And then it's like I have to watch him be on The Bachelor right now and that feels kind of shitty. I could write about that and maybe I will cuz well, at this point I don't really have much better to write about. But like it has to be something that's like really happening, right? Like something that's relative to the time.